Yo, what's up, guys? Hope you guys all had a great weekend. Back for this Monday slate. We got a nice slate tonight, 13 games. Our 6-game winning streak ended on Sunday with the Indians scoring 0 runs. I had a 5-man Indian stack with Archer and Odorizzi, and they fell a bit short. Also had Corey Dickerson in one of my outfield spots, and he went off for 31, but just finished a bit shy in double-ups. But it was a nice run of 6 games. Time to start a new one tonight. Please be sure to drop a like on the video and make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. And let's get right into it. Quite a bit of options at pitching. I'm going to pay up for Louie Savarino at 13-2s today. He's facing the Tampa Bay Rays, and he's done really well against his Rays team. 2 games this season, he has averaging 32 DraftKings points. He's pitching on the road here in Tampa Bay, so it's a great ballpark upgrade. Even though, look at Savarino's numbers, he has pitched a lot better in Yankee Stadium, but the Rays are just not a great offense, especially with their star catcher, all-star catcher, Wilson Ramos on the DL. That's just going to hurt their offense, and Savarino has had no problem striking the Rays out this season. First game back from the All-Star break. He should be fresh, ready to go, and I see no problem paying this price for him, considering the value that we have in some of the bats, and there's a great value pitcher that I'm loading up on. So I love Savarino at 13-2, safety with a ton of upside. Second pitcher I like is Erik Lora at just 4K. Pretty shocked by this price tag considering the matchup against the Mets, who have been the worst team in the league versus left-handed pitching this season. Let me read you guys some numbers. The Mets are dead last in batting average against lefties, dead last in slugging percentage versus lefties, dead last in OPS versus lefties. So the bottom line is they do not hit lefties well at all, only hitting .219 with a .335 slugging combined as a team. That puts them dead last in the league by quite a large margin here. And Lowry does have upside. He's coming off a bad start against the Cubs, but the Cubs are a great offense. You know, they're going to rough him up. But before that, he had a gem against the Dodgers. Does have some quite a bit of upside spots here. And he's pitching in Citi Field, which is a great pitcher ballpark. So at 4,000, the min-price pitcher with upside facing the best matchup that he can ask for. So I like him a lot at 4,000. Now on to the bats. I love the Oakland A's stack today. The A's have just been on fire. An entire game stack I think you can do with that Texas game. But the A's average 5.4 runs per game outside of the Coliseum on the road this year, which puts them at number 2 in the league. So at home, they're only averaging 3.68 runs, but on the road, they average 5.4, which is a huge difference. All of their hitters absolutely rake on the road, and they're facing Cole Hamels, who has really struggled versus right-handed hitters. He's given up 20 home runs versus righties already this year, and it's supposed to be over 100 once again in Texas. So load up on the A's, load up on the Rangers. That's going to be my game stack. So first baseman, I like Ronald Guzman at 4,100. Not a lot of people are going to play him because they see a lefty-on-lefty matchup, but I dug into the numbers. He's a reverse splits hitter. This season, he's hitting 300 versus lefties with a .520 slugging percentage. Brett Anderson is a reverse splits pitcher throughout his career. Career-wise, Brett Anderson has given up a .311 batting average and a .410 slugging to lefties. That works in Guzman's favor. And Guzman absolutely crushes the ball at home in Arlington, hitting .283 with a .515 slugging percentage. He has a ton of power. He is a huge monster. He's a huge dude, and the ball should be absolutely flying here. So a low-owned play with a ton of upside, especially that Joey Gallo might end up on the DL. Probably going to end up on the DL after he sprained his ankle today. So I like Guzman here. Probably should bat 4th or 5th in the lineup tonight. Second base, he is day-to-day, but I expect him to play today. Chad Pinder is going to be one of my favorite plays on the slate. I'm not much of a BVP guy, but take a look at the BVP Pinder has versus Cole Hamels. It will blow you away. He is 7 for 8 with 3 bombs against Cole Hamels, which is just insane. 7 for 8 with 3 home runs. He absolutely crushes left-handed pitching throughout his career. This season, he's hitting .290 with a .495 slugging percentage. And on the road, like I mentioned, all of the A's hitters, just scroll through the A's hitters, look at them on the road. They absolutely crush compared to at home when they are hampered by the Coliseum, but Pinder has over 500 slugging on the road, hitting almost 300. Great matchup for him against a lefty, and I will absolutely be loading him up. The numbers against Hamels just absolutely made him a lock for me today. Shortstop, I like Elvis Andrus at 4,300. I like Andrus because he has a lot of speed. He's starting to heat up a little bit last couple games. He's hitting the ball extremely well. Gets to face a lefty Brett Anderson, who has been a reverse splits pitcher throughout his career, but he has not been good to either side. He's still giving up a lot of power to righties. This season, a limited sample size, but 368 batting average and a 579 slugging percentage to right-handed hitters. Elvis Andrus coming off a career year last season. This year he was hurt a little bit, so he's only played 38 games so far, but he's been hitting the ball extremely well. He's always hit the ball well at home in Arlington, and this season's no difference. Look at the splits. Pretty similar in terms of at-bats, 80 at-bats almost in each one, but on the road, just 171 and a 237 slugging, and then at home, 346 with a 494. So, given the conditions in this game, I will be loading up on both sides. I love Elvis Andrus at 4,300. And then last but not least, I love Mark Canha at 3,900. Canha has probably the best lefty numbers on the entire A's team, but not a lot of people know that. They will just play Pinder, who I absolutely love, but they won't go to Canha most likely, but I absolutely love him here. He has 10 home runs versus lefties this year and only 94 at-bats. That gives him a 670 slugging percentage versus left-handed hitters to go with a 298 batting average versus southpaws. And on the road, he's absolutely crushing it like all of the A's do, 286 with a 497. So he is day-to-day, but reading the description, he looks fine. Pinder looks fine. I think they're just giving them a day off to get ready for the intense heat in Arlington. But I love him. He's only 3,900, has so much power against lefties. Look at the numbers if you don't believe me, but yep, those are the numbers. 298, 670 slugging this year, 10 home runs and just 94 at-bats. So those are the plays. I expect Pinder and Canha to both play, even though they are listed as day-to-day. Anything changes, I will post the update in the comment section and on Twitter at the DFS Process. Be sure to follow me there. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Good luck today.